Hello. Fun fact. Hi, Sarah. I listen to the Yoto player every night. So it's the same playlist every night. It's the Gentle Piano, I think it's called. But I really like that one. So that's my favorite one. I tend to do a lot of stitching to that one as well. Right. Let's get started. What we're going to do today is a weave stitch. So we're going to do some weaving. And I think I'm going to do a nice yellow, like a little butter yellow color. And we're going to do it in the middle of this circle and the top of this one. So you need to do a little kind of half circle like that. And I think I'm going to use maybe, good morning from hot Australia. We're looking at 39 degrees today. I would love that. Maybe I just need to move to Australia. Wouldn't that be fun? Can I come stay with you? I don't know why I love the sun so much and moved to England. Smack down in the middle, where it's like cold, very far away from a beach, very far away from the water. Yeah. Don't know why I've done that. I'm going to use 3 strands for this. So let's just load this up. We're going to do a weaving stitch today. So, it's really easy. It's just a straight stitch, okay? And you're going to weave over, under, for each one. And we're going to do that for just the centers of our flower. So, oh no. Let's get started. There we go. Okay, if you want to, maybe I need to go move with Teresa in California, actually. I could go do that. Right. If you want to do some vertical lines, how perfect do those look, though? You can do that. It's completely up to you. If you feel like you can do it without, then you can. Okay. So I haven't had a poor connection in a long time. It just said paused due to poor connection. So what we're going to do is do the vertical lines first, and then we're going to go back and do the horizontal lines after. Okay. And then we're going to weave the horizontal lines into the vertical lines. So I'll do this one first. You can go a little bit above where you've gone. Hi, Mel. Teresa said that she's close to Disneyland as well. I've actually never been to Disney. I'll tell you that that's a lie. I went when I was 10 months old. And actually, we had some not great family news today. So if you can keep us in your thoughts, that would be great. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit sad. Let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, so all I'm doing is making our vertical lines, which are just straight stitches. I'm going to do one more here. This part doesn't really matter so much because we're going to be weaving, and then we're going to cover them up with some French knots all the way around at the end. So please, please, please don't worry if you're like, oh my gosh, these are not turning out how I wanted to. It's going to look great, I promise. So I've got a sniffly nose as well because, yeah, it's not been great. But hey, we must go on, right? All right, so, and then after you do your vertical lines, you can make these as close together or as far apart as you want to. So you can literally make them touching if you want to. So like this, You can also make them a little bit farther apart. Like I've made mine a little bit farther apart, like that. It just depends on kind of how you want it to look. I'm just going to quickly slide my sample hoop in so you can see what it's going to look like, okay? So that right there is what it's going to look like. Oopsies. Banged it. Sorry about that. It's going to look like kind of like a pie a little bit. So there we go. Right, so let's get down to business. We're going to come up on the one side. I tend to go right to left. Okay, I'm going to go over the first one, and I'm going to go under the second. So under, and then over, and then under, and then over. So I'm just going to leave my thread like that before I go down, just so you can see what it's like. So here we've gone over, then under, then over, then under, then over. And then I'm going to go down in whatever shape. The pauses are already killing me, I'm not going to lie. So pull it like this, and then you're going to go down on the other side. Like that. Okay. Now you can either come up on this side again and go back the other way, or you can come up on this side and then do the same thing again, but you're going to do it the opposite. Okay? So we're going to come up just right under that. These ones I'm going to put quite close together, just so you can kind of like see the effect. Okay? Also, you can use the eye of your needle like this, and you won't split the threads that way, because we really do want to go under and over, not through. Okay, so let's pull that through, and I'm going to show you how this one is different than the first one. So the first one, just make sure that you can see it last time. Hi. Like I said earlier, I've had a bit of bad family news, so I'm not as chipper as I normally am, and I apologize for that, but hopefully it'll all work out. So we'll just keep going. Yeah? Okay, so the first one, we went over, under, over, under, over. Okay? The next one, we're going to do the opposite. So the same pattern, but we're just going to start on the opposite one. So for this one, we went under, then over, then under, then over, then under, and we're going to go down in the same kind of shape, okay? So because we have a circle shape, we want to keep that same shape as we go under and over, but also at the beginning when we go up and the end when we go down, okay? Now, this means that we might do another like under over or over under right after we've done the same one, because we want to make sure that on the same line, so on the same vertical stitch here, yeah, we don't have two overs next to each other or two unders next to each other. So this one here, yeah, we don't want to go under again like that. We want to go under and then over the top of this one so that it looks like a weave. Okay? So let me back up just a little bit so that I have some space for my needle. We're just going to put that down on the other side here, like that. And then I'm going to go back to the beginning and do it again. Okay? So I'm trying to kind of fill up this space. This one we're only going to have probably 3. Oh, this will just be long enough to do the other side. Okay. This one will go over and then under and then over. I'm only using 3 strands, so it's a bit delicate for mine. If you have a bigger circle, then you can do more strands. Then for the last one, I'm just going to come up right here and then go over that very top thread. Just kind of like keep that illusion that I'm going over, under, over, under. Yeah? Let's come and do the bottom part, and then we'll do that one, and we'll be finished. So we've got a bit of an easy day today. Have a great new time off to get the kids ready for school and work. Hope everything works out. Oh, thank you. Enjoy your day. Right, we've got... This is going to be a tight squeeze here, I think. Oh dear. Let's just do one that time. We'll do one and then we'll go back for the others. Yeah? We'll do over and then under. Over. Under. So it's really important that you're not going through the threads. You're just going over and under the threads. So you're going under between the top thread and the fabric. Yeah? So I'm really trying to squeeze these quite close together. You can do a lot of different variations of this. So sometimes you've got like over 2, under 2. Sometimes you've got, just keep snagging that first thread. There we go. I could do all kinds of different ways with weaving. It doesn't have to be exactly how I'm doing it. And obviously you can use more threads to make it a bit thicker, more strands, you know. This is going to be one of those stitches though where you're like, oh my gosh, this looks a bit rough. But when we do the French knots around the circle, it's going to look really, really nice, and it's going to cover up the edges. So I'm just going to show you in a minute that sample again, because I thought the exact same thing when I started doing mine on the sample, and I thought, oh my gosh, I cannot possibly show them this. Like, there's no way. But actually it turned out really nice. So it's just one of those that looks a little bit rough until you finish it. Okay? So there we go for that. Let's take first this pink thread out of the yellow, and then we'll start again with the other one. Now with the other one, you're doing it exactly the same way, except you're just following... I picked such a long thread for this, goodness. You're just following the shape of the half circle on the top, okay? So it's literally exactly the same. There's nothing else different. You're still going over, under, over, over, etc., etc. You're just following the shape of the top when you're doing it. Okay. Okay. So let's do this one. I'll zoom it in just a minute. Let me get these ones laid in. we'll see. So for this one, we're just focusing on the outside shape. Also, Jesse's been barking all night at literally nothing. I don't know what is going on there, but like for the last hour, she's just been barking for nothing. We can't see anything in the driveway. We can't see anything on the camera. I literally have no idea what she's on about. Maybe it's like a fox or something. So when you do abnormal shapes, you're really just looking to fill the shape up, whether that's kind of the over, under, or not, you know? So for example, for this last one, I kind of put my needle up at the very, very top, but then I only went under one and then put my needle back down again on the other side. So as long as you still keep the idea that every single line is under, over, you'll be good going down. Yeah? You just don't want to have two that are the same right next to each other. So for this one here, I wouldn't want to do another over because I've just done an over above it. Do you see what I mean? So hopefully that's making sense. But we'll see. Don't forget, I said send me a photo of your embroidery or tag me in a photo. I can share it and you'll be entered to win a £15 credit for my shop. So it can be today, it can be tomorrow, it could be anytime until Sunday, because obviously Sunday will be the last catch-up day. Sunday will be the last catch-up day, and then Monday will start the next week. So you've got until Sunday to enter. You can enter as many times as you want to. Got a little spreadsheet. That I'm working on. So I can keep track of everyone's giveaways. So there we go. That's what we've got for today. We've got weaving with 3 strands. And we've done the center of both of our flowers. If you've only got one big flower, just do the one big one. If you've got 2 or 3, do all of them. Yeah? So if you've got the little half ones like that, do those. Pay special attention to the edge. And then these ones here, the edges don't matter as much because we're going to cover them up with French knots. So I'm just going to show you one more time what the sample is. Looks like that. Okay? We're going to have French knots in a circle all the way around. So please don't worry if the edges are like, oh, these look a bit, sketchy. It'll be fine, I promise. Okay? Even on the little one. Can you see that? Beautiful. All right. So I will see you back here in just a moment for the book Stitch Along. If you haven't done it yet, please go grab your copy and please do it. I'll be writing names all day tomorrow, not tonight. I'll be writing names all day tomorrow. We're not doing names tonight, so please don't worry about it. Tomorrow I don't have the kids, so I'll be literally working on them all day, okay? So if you're wanting a name, needing a name, yeah, let me know. And I'll write it tomorrow for you, and send over the copy. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute if you're doing the book stitch along, or tomorrow if you're only doing the free one. Okay, bye.